everybody. We're here for a collective message that's been coming through. There's lots of energy going around, and so there's some information that's been coming through, and I thought we'd take a look at that and then pull some cards and do a little bit of tarot for the collective. So first things first, I feel like we need to talk about one of the big things I feel like everybody in the collective is sort of being asked to look at, and so that is how we are addressing things. So when something comes up for you that is not necessarily what you maybe would have chosen for yourself and might be, for lack of a better term, let's call it negative. But again, nothing is negative or positive until we assign it that meaning. As Master Sri Akarshana would say, things are interesting when they go not necessarily the way you would have chosen yourself. For instance, today I had to take my car into the shop, and there was some kerfuffle, let's say, with the mechanic getting it started and all of these things. And I'm thinking, at first I didn't even want to take the car in, but then it was like I was pushed in to do so. And so that was like, okay. So I did it. But then this was happening, and I'm like, okay. Rather than get frustrated and irritated and all of those things, I had to sort of step back and be like, okay, what is this trying to teach me? What is the universe trying to show me here? And it gets better. Like a little while later, they call back. They were able to get the car started and get it into the bay. No harm, no foul, right? But, it was essentially the universe giving me the opportunity to choose how I was going to react to the situation. Because again, my reaction is going to decipher how things play out. If I'm going to react and be in resistance of what's going on, well, I can't say I did so well the other day when some other stuff came up, but I tried, right? Basically, I felt like, there's a bit of a message coming in to everyone. Remember to take a breath, back up. Don't forget, we've got retrograde going on right now, and we've talked, we're not going into that. We have talked enough about retrograde, but even Mars has gone into retrograde too, right? So just remembering to step back, take that breath, take that beat, breathe. Definitely breathe first. Like, if you accidentally film your video in the wrong aspect ratio and can't actually fix it, so you have to just be okay with it and post it anyway. Things like that. You just got to go with the flow. Don't be resistant. There's a lot of extra energy right now. We talked a lot about that in the last video. So if you didn't see it, please go check it out and leave me a comment and let me know what you thought of it as well. I'd love to hear. So yeah, it's just sort of a reminder to kind of take that step back and breathe it out and make sure, I guess, we're leading with a logical brain or an inquisitive brain at the very least of, okay, well, why is this happening? What is this teaching me? It's not why is it happening to me, poor me, but why is the universe presenting me with this conundrum to solve, right? Okay, so let's get some cards pulled. I've got set up. Definitely really interested to see what the cards are going to say right now. So let's do it. Okay, everybody, and we're back. So let's see what the cards have to say. I've already done a nice good shuffle and cleansing of everything. So let's see what wants to come out. Yeah, in light of the divine energy that's going on right now, I feel like divine feminine oracle card is definitely called for. So let's see what wants to come out. There's lots of okay, you can't see my shuffling, unfortunately, but the cards have lots of energy. Lots of divine feminines are wanting to pop up. So let's see who's prevalent today. Who do we need to? Okay, all right, okay. So I'm going to show you. Interesting. Okay, so first off, Morgan Le Fay is on the bottom of the deck, and that was actually on the bottom of the deck when we started. So I'm going to pull that as well. And let's see here. Mary is on the top here, so we're going to pull Mary as well. And let's see what we've got. So here's Mary. Okay. Now, Mary's most closely allied to Middle Eastern moon goddess, so creator goddess associated with both heavens and the sea or waters, worshipped by Catholics as moon of the church, and Stella Maris as the star of the sea. It's Annunciations, where she confronts the truth of her own great creativity, symbolized by Gabriel, the angel of truth, made from fire. This is the moment at which she accepts imperative to creative, the need to bring forth life from the very center of her being. She is the goddess of the womb, as source of all life and of regeneration. She is the mother of mercy and infinite compassion, the one we turn to in times of need. A reminder that compassion towards oneself fosters creativity. She reminds us to be gentle with ourselves. So that's very interesting that that's coming up, especially, and no, not because of the time of year that we're at right now, but just because in the last video of the energy that we were discussing, the creative energy, the regeneration, death and rebirth that was coming through, right? Morgan Le Fay was the card that was on the bottom. And so here's Morgan Le Fay. Okay. Sorry for the glare, guys. I can't help that at the moment. But we'll fix that for next time if we can. Morgan Le Fay is remembered as an enchantress, half-sister to King Arthur. She's actually a great queen goddess, ruler of mystical island of Avalon. So that's the fortunate island of the blessed dead. Now, she's sometimes equated with Irish warrior goddess Morrigan, Celtic death goddess. Morgana Fata, though, she's the controller of destinies and knows the fate of each person. And so what have we been discussing about going down deep into ourselves and going into what our true callings are, right? And this is why Morgan Le Fay is coming up for us right now. She's also noted for healing and knowledge of healing plants, all different types of healing, also prophetic visions. She's very much like a shaman and a shapeshifter on many levels, and was always able to take many forms. She represents a deep place of healing magic that each of us has, okay? So she's coming up and asking you to go deep, just like we've been talking about over the last couple videos. She's saying, you know, let's go, let's do this. This is the deep healer. Let's bring up those old wounds. Let's bring those to light, and let's deal with those wounds and heal them. All the, you know, the karmic wounds we were talking about, all of these things. She's bringing that up. She's saying, come, let's go, let's do this. And she'll be with you on that journey. Just call on her and she'll be there. And finally, the card that we pulled is Eagle Woman. So let me see if I can get a clear image of that. There you go. That's better. Eagle Woman. I like that card. And look, she sees the sun right there. And look at the power. Look at the wings on her. A lot of light workers have been feeling that, you know, that tickle at the back. Depending on what your beliefs are centered around, you might be feeling your angel wings coming online. You know what I mean? If you don't, that's okay. If it doesn't resonate, it's not meant to yet. If it doesn't, that's cool. But if it does, you know what I mean. So Eagle Woman, eagles usually have been linked with the masculine, and with a few exceptions, like the Sphinx of Egypt had wings of an eagle, and the Aztec goddess as well was also called an Eagle Woman. This Eagle Woman shows new marriage of the feminine and the eagle, representing an eagle standing for spirit and valor, majesty, renewal, accuracy of sight, spiritual aim, the ability to soar to new heights. And this is what we've been discussing. We've been discussing those exact things about going deep and digging deep and pushing through, so that you can ride that momentum, right? So she's already pushing through. She's riding that momentum. She's going. She's ready to go, and she's ready to accompany you on that journey, right? That's why she's coming up here. She's a joyful affirmation of our ability to break out of the millennia-old stereotypes and find new definition that embraces the entire continuum of being alive. She teaches that women can express qualities of eagle while continuing to nurture. Okay? That's awesome. That's incredible. That's great. Okay. Yes. Dragon's calling right now. So we're going to pull out Dragon. I feel like we need to do Dragon immediately. So Dragon's not getting left behind with eagle soaring in the skies. Call me out too. I'm here too. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's bring it up, right? Let's see. Okay. So let's see what Dragon, which Dragon, oh. Again, see, so many potent energies. There's not just one jumping out. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So first, golden orange dragon expands your light for ascension. Be a peaceful warrior, help those in need, and remember your magnificence. I mean, look at that, right? Remember who you are. Remember your magnificence. Don't forget, we're all here to serve a purpose, to fulfill a purpose, you know? And if you're not being your true authentic self, then you are you're depriving the world of that gift, and that's what you're here for. So, you know, expand your light and shine that, because that's how we ascend. You know, people talk about the ascension process. Well, it's about spreading love, but also spreading love by loving yourself. That's a big part of it, right? The other dragon that came out is Earth and Water Dragon, which creates the foundation for new growth. Imagine that. You can't make this stuff up. A fresh start is coming with new opportunities. Nurture your ideas and harvest the abundance. I mean, come on. Literally, if you did not see the last two videos that we put out, go take a look at them. Go check out those videos. Leave me a comment. If you did, let me know. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. These are coming up for a reason, okay? Okay, so let's see what the book has to say. Golden Orange Dragon. It's a 5th dimensional dragon. Now they're part of Archangel Metatron's ascension team. So Metatron's leading forward individuals who are ready to follow the path, at the same time overseeing ascension of the entire universe. Golden dragons carry 5th dimensional ascensional blueprint down to earth. So, you know, this essentially is coming in. It connects you with the illuminated archangels, as well as the ascended dragons. You're on an ascension path, especially if you're here right now. You're definitely on an ascension path. So attuning your aura to these dragons will attract all sorts of energy, right? This is what they're calling you to do. You're on your ascension path, and the golden dragons are giving this high frequency light into your aura to attract the attention of masters, angels, and all of those, even unicorns, any mythical creatures that could be aiding you on your path, right? Drawing that card suggests it's time for you to push forward on that ascension path. Do you need to meditate more, examine, release old stuff, embrace who you truly are? I'm telling you, go and watch that last video. You cannot make this stuff up. That's, oh my goodness gracious. You know, what do you need in order to take the next steps on your journey? The higher frequencies will help you. So call on the golden orange dragon if you are wanting help in that area. If you want to have extra energy helping you, they're here for that, okay? As for the earth and water dragon, they're a 4th dimensional dragon. Brown and green earth and water dragons. They bring new opportunity blessings. They synchronize energies to make sure that it blossoms. You know, earth and water, those are 2 things that are required. And here's the third thing, the golden energy of the sun, essentially required for things to grow, right? The connected energy. Isn't that interesting? They're very auspicious together too. So if you're planting a tree, place its roots in the soil and you make sure it has a good foundation. If you activate its growth with water, and that will ensure that as you nurture that plant and help it to grow, you will have a bountiful harvest, right? So getting this suggests it's time to start that new phase in your life. What are you going to plant? What seeds have you planted already? And what are you going to help grow? Because it can't grow without your action and your help, which is something we've discussed in the last video as well. So that's very interesting. Okay, so let's pull a witching oracle, because we just love these ones, and they always have some awesome energy, and I absolutely adore these cards. They've got raven and owl on them, and I just think they're absolutely beautiful, but they always have interesting things to say, right? So let's see what they've got today. Oh. See, again, what did I say about the energy? It's never just one. Right now, we're getting 2s and 3s at the same time. So, again, you can't make these things up. First, we've got the card of self-reliance. Okay? Next, the card of growth. Okay? And finally, we've got appreciate. Okay? Now, that's interesting. Sorry, dragons, we're just going to use you there. Okay, so for our first card, growth, that's the ice moon, full moon, and mother card. Drawing that card is think about where in your life you can grow. Personal growth is an ongoing process. Understand and developing oneself is key to achieving your full potential. So this card is about you opening up your mind. We've already discussed this. We already know we're in a period of growth, but you've also got to make sure that you're pushing through some stagnant energy and harnessing that energy coming through. We're naturally more motivated because learning and growing add inspiration and a sense of excitement. Okay, as for self-reliance, card number 10, it's the growing moon, waxing moon, and the maiden. So it's about autonomy, how to use your powers and resources rather than those of others, help yourself survive. Okay, so just as she's sitting on books that she's gained information and skills from, she uses the hourglass as a symbol of time to apply that knowledge to become self-reliant. So it might be time to consider becoming more self-sufficient. If you're struggling with personal accounting issues, leaving your budget in pure chaos, maybe you should consider taking a finance course. Or, do you want to start your own business but you're not sure how to promote yourself? Think about a marketing class. How are you going to proceed on your path? What do you want to do to get yourself to where you want to go? Because without the action, the universe can't send anything, right? And finally, we've got the appreciate card. So of course, we already know that we need to be in a status of gratitude. The universe loves gratitude, of course, right? So appreciate, barley moon, full moon, and mother. It's time to step back and smell the flowers. Understand that all this hard work and growth that you're doing has been noticed. This has been seen. The universe has noticed what you're doing. It's not done yet. We're not finished yet. There's still more growth to do, and you've got to become more self-reliant, but you've got to also make sure that you're appreciating how far you've come, because you really have come quite a long way. Okay, so also appreciating those around you, the reliable and honest friends around you. Sending them a letter or something to show them the deep gratitude that you have for them. We've all got those people around us. Doing that would be a really great thing to do right now. This is what this is doing. It's asking you to be in a state of appreciation for others, appreciation for self, which is an extension of gratitude. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, let's see what the alchemy cards have to say. Oh, right away. What do we have here? Separatio, separation. Okay. So look at that, the two birds going in their different directions, two different paths. Okay, so let's see what the book has to say about that. Okay, let's see what the book has to say about that one. Okay, so this card is differentiation, divide to cut away. It's the great alchemical operation of the sword. It occurs when substances are pulled apart for their higher good, either willingly or unwillingly. And we've discussed this already, deciding what's for our highest good. Really digging deep down and to figure out what's your true calling, what's your true path, right? This is what this card is calling up. It might take place suddenly with a swift blow of the axe or slowly over time with a dull blade, but no matter how, it will likely be a painful process for all involved. Images of swords and knives, battles, rebellion, breakups, divorce, and atoms splitting are expressions of separatio. The thing is separation is always for our highest good, no matter what. So it also prepares your individual for a more conscious union down the line. If you are separating, that means that there's something better coming forward. And if you're holding on to something that you really should be separating from, then what are you stopping from coming in? Okay? It's preparing you for conscious union down the line. It's releasing stagnant energy and allows parts to see themselves as individuals. This stage is a prerequisite for conjunctio, the union of love. Through the pain of separatio, we come to accept and love ourselves as we truly are. And what's it saying? You can't make this stuff up. It's saying go deeper. To ponder, is there anything that does not separate? Okay? So it's likely there's been a hot mess in the laboratory for a while. Once you're past that initial blow, which could take a long time, you'll be in separatio's praises. Okay? So language is also a way that separatio is expressed through labels, titles, and definitions. Notice whether your word choices are inclusive or exclusive, and just adjust it as necessary. Okay? So there we have it. Quite a bit of energy coming through. I hope this was helpful. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know in the comments if anything resonated for you and what resonated specifically. If you watched those other videos, let me know what part you picked up again. And if you didn't, go back. I suggest you go and look at them. There was some great information in them. Anyways, as always, thanks for being here.